I can't hear anything.
Are you ready to go?
Are we ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Dillon?
Good morning. This constitutes a June 12th, 2025 Ohio Elections Commission meeting starting at 10:06 a.m. Would you be so kind as to call?
Gladly do so. Mr. Lyle. Present. Ms. Tavares.
Present.
Mr. Kirschner.
Present.
Mr. Caraway. Mr. Knight.
Yep.
Vice Chair Davis.
Here.
Chair Hagan.
Present.
All members are present.
Okay, and the first item to be considered are the minutes.
Second. Do we have them? I'm sorry.
They were emailed.
I emailed them yesterday. Again, there were a couple of minor changes that Mr. Lyle has brought to my attention from what was earlier sent. Chris has some copies over there. And so I made those. There were a couple of typos.
Okay.
Bill's fingers never quite seem to go to the right place sometimes.
Would you like to see the physical?
I was giving
minutes before we
Mr. Lyle more credit for continuing some cases than he deserved. That should have been given to you, Madam Chair. And so I made those changes and this is the updated version.
Okay, very good.
So we have a motion and a second. If there is
I was just giving the vice chair a moment to review the
a
minutes.
review. Okay, that's fine.
I apologize for the delay, commission members.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, we're good to go.
All right, thank you, Ms. Davis. All right, seeing a motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, that motion passes 7-0. All right, very good. So we are going to move right into group recommendations. The Secretary of State section here withdrawn by the Ohio Office of the Secretary of State is item number 81.
Yeah, Madam Chair, members of the commission, we got a notice from the Secretary of State's office. They would like to withdraw this matter from the commission's consideration. A matter can be withdrawn from the commission's consideration at any time before it takes it up for consideration. That was done here, so we have now acknowledged that this matter has been withdrawn. There is no further action necessary.
Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to move on to good cause, item number 72, 2025S-019. Will you care to speak into that case at all?
Yeah, certainly Mr. Katz can be available for questions from the Secretary's perspective. We received a response from this lady yesterday. The report has been filed. She kind of indicated there were a number of, I appreciate the typo in here of sort of substantial family issues. It should be substantial. It's nice to know that the spell check works so well when you run it. And so that's the basis for my reason for good cause. The report was filed and the response indicated a number of substantial family issues that I took into respect as I made my recommendation.
Okay, very good. So if and when someone motions, do you mind correcting the title, amending it just briefly? And do we have a motion?
Madam Chair, if I may, ask the executive director, how late was the key report?
Give me a second to find it and I will gladly tell you that because I don't know it off the top of my head. That is what. It was due on February 19th and filed on April 10th.
Thank you.
So it's a little beyond our normal, and that's why I took into consideration what she expressed about her father passing, her mother having dementia issues, among other things.
Okay, very good. Are there any other questions or is there a motion?
So
Very good. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay, that motion passes 6-1. I apologize. Okay. Moving on to item number 56, case number 2025S-003.
Reports have been filed. A response was submitted. This is the gentleman who was involved in this situation with having Mr. Curlis as his treasurer. And so my recommendation is to consolidate these two matters, find a violation, impose a fine of $50. I'd be glad to answer any other questions the commission may have.
Good question.
Mr. Katz is available if the commission would like to hear.
Are there any questions of the commission members for either executive director or Mr. Katz?
This is 003.
Correct.
Yes, item number 56. Okay. Mr. Katz, would you like to share anything?
Yes, just the Secretary's office. First of all, Brian Katz, with the Secretary of State's office. Thank you. The Secretary of State's office requests that this commission declare this committee terminated in compliance with Ohio law. So just in addition to the executive director's recommendation, that you find that circumstances outside of the committee's control have occurred, and that the books need to be deemed in compliance with Ohio law and allow the committee to terminate.
Thank you. I forgot to put that.
Okay, very good. We appreciate that, Mr. Katz. Are there any questions? Does anybody have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. I assume that includes the adoption of the recommendation.
Correct.
Okay, very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, that motion passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to item number 59, the $50 fine category. It's case number 2025S-006.
The report was filed about 5 months late, the first time before the commission. A response was received yesterday. I also talked to this gentleman, the deputy treasurer for this matter, on the phone yesterday. He indicated his acceptance of the commission's recommendation, or my recommendation to the commission to find a violation and impose a fine of $50.
Okay, very good. Are there any questions, or Mr. Katz, do you care to speak to this case at all?
Thank you. We have no objection to the executive director's recommendation.
Very good. Thank you. Any questions of the commission members or a motion at hand? Looking for a heavy second.
Second.
Thank you. All right, good deal. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion passes unanimously. Moving on to the $100 fine category, item number 60, case number 2025S-007. Bill, you ready on that?
Madam Chair, members of the commission, this is the second time before the commission for this committee. There was $50 fine imposed that was paid previously. The report has been filed, a response received. My recommendation is to find a violation and impose a fine of $100.
Okay, very good. Are there any questions, or is there anything you'd like to share, Mr. Katz, in relation to this case?
Again, no objection to the executive director's recommendation. Thank you.
Very good. Okay. All right, seeing no activity here. We haven't had coffee and somebody's
So
ready for a
moved.
motion. Yes, all right. Wait, so I got a motion. Were you the second, Kirshner, or was live?
Okay, it was Mr. Weil.
All right, very good. Thank you, commissioners. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, very good. Unanimously passed. Moving on to item number 66, case number 2025S-013.
Yeah, there was an outstanding matter involving this organization. The report was filed. We received a response. My recommendation is to reconsider the determination in the previous case, vacate that imposition of the per diem fine, consolidate these cases, find a violation, and impose a fine of $100.
Okay, very good. Are there any questions, or is there anything you'd like to share, Mr. Katz, related to this case?
Thank you. No objection to the executive director's recommendation.
Okay, very good. All right, you guys know the drill.
I move the recommendation of the executive director.
Very good. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, very, thank you. You too. Star role play. All right. Yeah, what's going on over here, guys? What's all right, we have a motion and a second from the trusted left of the, okay, very good. All in favor?
Not the lie.
Any opposed? Yeah, don't put that on the record. All right. All right,
We know what you meant.
very good. All right, very good. Moving on to item number 76, case number 2025S-023.
Madam Chair, members of the commission, we have online with us the treasurer for the Franklin County Republican Party state candidate fund, as well as Mr. Katz, who is here. And so the commission may want to have Mr. Shara sworn and make an additional statement. But the report has
Excuse me,
been.
Mr.
Yeah,
Executive.
I apologize. I read the case after, so I apologize. We
Oh.
can actually move back. Let's hold
Okay.
on the case that I mentioned. I do apologize. Item number 67, I
Okay.
believe is what,
Yes, that's what I was,
Executive
that's what I was
Director.
blathering on about.
and that is,
Correct.
for the record, case number 2025S-014. He was in the right order. That's my wrong. You heard it here
That's okay.
today. I was wrong. And you were right.
Anyway, my recommendation is to find a violation, declare the committee in compliance with Ohio's campaign finance laws and impose a fine of $100. This organization had Mr. Curlis as their treasurer at a previous time. And there's a period of time for which records cannot be properly identified. That keeps them from being able to file a full, complete, and accurate report unless the commission makes the determination that it has. As I indicated, Mr. Schropp is online. We could have him address further or even be available for questions if he is sworn and the commission would like to hear from him.
Okay, very good. Mr. Shaw, would you like to be sworn to speak for the commission?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, very good. Go ahead and raise your right hand.
Just raise your right hand. You swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Go ahead.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to appear. As mentioned before, I just recently took over in the last year as the treasurer, and Mr. Curlis was our previous treasurer. No need to go into the details of what that has done to Franklin County. We were notified actually by the Secretary of State about this account. It was opened up by him, and we were not aware of this account's existence. I have been in contact with the bank trying to get access to the account, and we are working with them, trying to go through Fifth Third's legal team to allow me to have access. And once we do get access, I will file the reports.
Okay, very good. We appreciate your testimony. Commissioners, are there any questions for Mr. Shaw?
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
I would like to ask the treasurer, are you saying that Mr. Curlis opened up a fraudulent bank account that the Franklin County Republican Party was unaware of? You had no idea that this bank account was open?
Correct. We've learned that late last summer about this account. It was not one of the main accounts that we were operating out of. And it was a different bank than we normally operate out of.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Are there any other questions from the commission members?
Curiosity question from me in terms, which bank does the party normally deal with?
We are dealing now with Huntington Bank.
Okay, because I know from other issues we've had before us that, you know, Mr. Curlis did have a proclivity for Fifth Third.
Yes, he
Okay.
did. It took me about 4 months to figure out which branch he was working with. So.
Okay, very good. We appreciate that insight. Are there any other questions of the commission members?
Question, Representative Director.
Sure, Mr. Knight.
What's the difference between our earlier Curlis involved case 003 and this one in terms of the filing?
Bear with me for a second. It's $50. Mainly party related, to be honest with you. Organization type.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Are there any other questions of Mr. Schraub before we allow Mr. Kratz to speak? Okay, seeing none, thank you for your testimony again. And Mr. Kratz, did you have anything to share from the Secretary of State's perspective?
Yes, thank you. Two things. First, no objection to the executive director's recommendation. And second, Mr. Shura, if you're having challenges with the bank, please contact our office after this and we'll assist you getting in touch with that account. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. All right, are there any questions of commission members to Mr. Kratz?
Madam Chair, just a comment, if I may.
Yes, sir.
I would have a problem without knowing what internal controls that the Franklin County Republican Party has in place. I would have a problem in imposing a fine on an entity that has clearly been a victim of fraud and criminal activity that I am pretty confident in saying that the treasurer and any leadership of that county party, whether it be Republican or Democrat, would have allowed to take place. And so my feeling is a sanction, a financial sanction, would be inappropriate.
Did you vote against the?
Well, yeah, and candidly, if I had my vote back, I would have changed, I would change my vote.
I would too. I almost voted that way before and kind of followed the flow. I was thinking of for the sake of reason. I agree with Commissioner Caraway.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Caraway and Commissioner Knight. As always, I love to see that passion turned into a motion if it is the will of the commission member. And if not, are there any other insights or any
Madam Chair,
conversation? Thank
I
you.
guess my only concern, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm looking back on 005. I mean, doesn't that hold true for 005 case? I mean, if that's the case, we should not.
Oh, and three, Commissioner?
I'm sorry, yeah. 003, I misspoke, yeah, I was looking above. 003, shouldn't we make that no fine also?
I would be happy to revisit that if the rest of the commission agrees with this perspective.
Can we do that, Mr. Executive Director?
Sure. I don't know why the commission could not do that. If that's the desire of the commission, sure.
Or is the commission, is there any opposition to a violation for good cause? On both of these?
Madam Chair, I guess agreeing with both my colleagues who've made recommendations on both case 003 and 013, we should be consistent if we're going to change our vote on 003 to not impose a fine, then we should do the same for 013. I have no problem.
Mhm.
Can I add to the confusion? of this
It
situation?
seems like it's all getting out there, so go for it.
Only because we've dealt with certain matters like this in the past and we have imposed fines of $50
Mhm, mhm.
in similar matters.
So when speaking to precedent or consistent.
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
that's 14.
013 is not related.
No, 014.
014.
014.
So we're
Okay.
amending 03.
So should we?
03 and.
Madam Chair.
There are a lot of ideas that have been put forward. There's been not a single motion. Does the Secretary of State's office care to share if this seems like you're okay with the direction that is being led?
I do, thank you. So the Secretary of State's office would have a slight disagreement on, we're not talking about campaign committees that recognized they had a problem and resolved it on their own. These are all committees that our office has to take additional steps and have had to force them into coming in compliance.
Mhm.
And so they have had opportunities to, once it was learned that their treasurer had issues and that they had accounting issues and they did not resolve it. I don't believe that the fines are excessive that you're proposing to levy against them. And so just an understanding that as a committee, you do have a responsibility to come into compliance with Ohio law. Even if somebody has, we're not asking them to have to back pay any of the amounts that have disappeared or take responsibility for the amounts during that lack of oversight on their treasurer. It's just that now that you have had an issue, you've been advised of that issue, you've been told you're not in compliance and you have not resolved it. And so we would support the executive director's prior recommendations and prior votes on some sort of respective fine for that failure to actually come into compliance.
Thank you, Mr. Katz. Are there any questions in regards to that before a motion is formed or any additional deliberation?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
Mr. Katz, so you made a good point and appreciate that. And so you're saying that both of these entities or individuals have been contacted by the Secretary of State's office, so they were fully aware, even in the case of, I think the case that's before us right now, they said for 4 months they've been trying to find out about the count. When did you guys reach out to them?
So I'm sorry, when you say initially, I'm not positive. I can tell you for this specific referral, it was January 17th is when we sent emails and the treasurer responded, as well as then phone calls thereafter. So for this specific referral, it would have been January, but was this the first one for the committee?
Yes, this is the
Yes.
first time the committee.
Okay.
And so you reached out to the committee in January and they were responsive in January.
Yes,
Okay.
They were not.
they were, yes.
Okay. What about in the case 003 for Mr. Bear?
So just quick clarification, when we say responsive, we mean they responded to us, not that they resolved their issue. And so right now, the committee needs to go to the bank and get it worked out so that they take control of that account so that they can properly report whatever money is still in there, if there is any money still in there, and then begin filing reports thereafter. And then I'm sorry, which other case did you ask about?
003, the one that we.
While you're looking at that, the other thing I might add too is in reviewing the referral, you know, there's indications of failing to file 2023 reports as well initially. So it goes back,
But they wouldn't have known.
Yep, and
goes back a way.
wouldn't have known, and those were handled by Mr. Curlis, right? So,
Not at that point, no. Not in 2023. His information came out in 21. 20.
Madam Chair, I think
Yeah, Mr. Sher, go ahead. If you had something to share.
Sure. I would say from the county party standpoint, we are more than willing to pay the fine. We do agree that we had, Bill Curlis as our treasurer had lapsed to the point that was just brought up. We did have a interim treasurer between myself and him, who also had some personal health issues. So that's why he needed to step down, and I'm now in this role taking over for him. So from our standpoint, we are comfortable with paying the fine. We have been told by the bank also that they closed the account for lack of activity, and that there's a physical check located in this branch. And so those are some of the challenges that we're dealing. We are trying to be as responsible and as we can, but we have no objection if, if you guys, feel $100 fine is appropriate. So.
Thank you, Mr. Sher. We appreciate that insight. Okay, Commissioner members, hearing all of those additional points of information, is there any additional conversation or a motion at hand?
Madam Chair, I'll move the recommendation of the executive director for the $100 fine on 2025S-014.
seconded.
Okay, very good. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay, we have,
6-1 is what I would say.
well, we're missing one. Did you vote?
I said, aye.
Okay, okay, very good. So that motion passes 6-1. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sher. You are good. And Mr. Katz, you're unfortunately roped in for about 20 more cases. All right, very good. We're moving on.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank
Thank
you. Back to item number 76, case number 2025S-023.
Madam Chair, members of the commission, there are outstanding matters in this case, and I'm recommending that the commission reconsider all those outstanding matters. Vacate the previous impositions of the per diem fines in those cases, then consolidate all of these outstanding matters, find a violation, and impose a fine of $250. I think there are 2 prior matters along with this one. And so that's my recommendation.
Mhm.
To the executive director, have the prior fines been paid?
No, but they've been per diem fines that have remained outstanding, and that's what I took into consideration in making $250 fine recommendation.
What's the age of the 2 prior cases?
Double check. I think they're 22 and 23.
No, one was 23, one was 19 and 20. 2020 annual report.
23. Okay, I haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, 21 and Morning Valley Arts, yeah. 21 and 21S and 24S matters. We actually received some of this response prior to as we were getting ready to deal with the 24S matter for reconsideration. And this matter was on the agenda, and so it was easy enough to bring them all together at this point and make the recommendation that I'm making.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Mr. Katz?
Thank you very much. We have no objection to the executive director's recommendation.
Okay, very good. Is there a motion or any additional deliberations?
Madam Chair, if I may, I just want to hear from Mr. Richter. You said they had not paid their outstanding fines previously.
There's one specific fine that was, there was a $150 fine in October of 22. That one, but the other was a per diem case in which they, started to move toward reconsideration on that. And when this case also was filed, and so I'm essentially combining all of them together. So yes, there is a $150 fine that was outstanding prior.
Have any of their fines been referred to the Attorney General?
I would assume that 21 case has been, but I don't know the answer to that as I sit here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gerwig. Mr. Lyle, did you have a question?
No, I was just confused on, that I.
Case number,
I think
okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, very good.
All right.
All right, good deal. You're always on top of it, so I had to make sure. All right, very good. Okay. All right. Seeing no additional deliberations, is there a motion?
So moved to accept the Executive Director's recommendation.
Second.
Okay, very good. We have a motion, a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, that motion passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to item number 65, case number 2025S-012.
Madam Chair, members of the commission, my recommendation is to find a violation and impose a fine of $25 a day, but the respondent the opportunity to have the matter reconsidered. The report is filed and a response is submitted to the commission. I believe Mr. Katz might want to speak on this. I don't know that he has a problem with my recommendation, but he had a clarification issue when he and I spoke earlier.
Okay, Mr. Cox?
Thank you. So this committee was referred for failure to file a complete and accurate statement on multiple reports, including the potential misuse of campaign funds. The candidate attempted to respond to an examination letter, but in doing so, detailed several unreported transactions with the campaign's debit card. When asked for an explanation, they were the candidate explained they were business transactions, not committee expenditures, and that's why they were not reported, which then brings up the issue of why is your campaign account spending for personal business expenses? The candidate did not further explain nor provide refunds for those transactions. Additionally, the committee's reports don't balance from one report to another. So the ending balance on one report does not match the other report, hence the allegations of the failure to file a complete and accurate statement.
Okay, so Mr. Katz, would you recommend a different fine amount or reconsideration option?
So at this time, I believe the executive director is recommending a $25 per day fine, which will increase as the fine is outstanding. And traditionally requires the committee to come into compliance. And so at that point, the candidate would have fixed his reports and or repaid the funds. Otherwise, yes, it would be a higher amount recommended by our office to reflect those issues. But respecting that it's not resolved today, then we have no objection to that recommendation.
Okay, very good. I appreciate that. Are there any other questions, Mr. Katz or the executive director on this case? Okay.
Madam Chair, I have a
Yes,
question
sure.
for Mr. Katz. Mr. Katz, when did you or your office have communication with the individual? Or the initial communication where the concern came in about business expenses
March 29th, 2024.
over a year ago?
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
To Mr. Katz, would it be helpful to, it doesn't sound like they're responding to your office either. Is that fair?
Yes.
Would us setting the matter for hearing or a referral for prosecution at this point be either an option that you would find acceptable?
Absolutely.
I mean, if they're not responding to us and they're not responding to you, will they respond to a subpoena?
I would like to think so.
So there's where I'm at. This $25 a day stuff, don't make me go, I've railed about this for a long time, but clearly this candidate, Tony Dia, I believe, they've been unresponsive from other matters. He reached out over a year ago.
Yes.
They're still not in compliance. So I would move it to set the matter for full hearing.
Okay, there has been.
There has been a motion already though, so.
I didn't hear that.
I
Okay.
apologize. No, there has
I'm
not
sorry,
been
I
a
was looking,
motion.
I apologize. There is not, I apologize.
I'll second Mr. Caraway's motion.
Okay, all in favor? All right, okay, wow, that passion's spiraling. Thank you. All right,
Question, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry, are we,
sure, go ahead.
all right, so the motion is what, for a hearing?
Set it.
Set for a full.
I just, for the record, as I'm looking at the ICW, it says this is 012, right? Tony Dia.
Right.
Mhm.
So on 1/22/24, we did fine him $50 and he did pay the fine. I just want that to be clear. So it's not like he hasn't responded. There was obviously a response. He hasn't responded to this. That's why I think
Yeah, different
the
case.
executive director said, a second time. So I just wanted that out for the record.
All right, very good.
I would say, that could also be considered an aggravating issue as well. There's already been an initial finding and maybe a payment, but then continued unwillingness. So I think Mr. Caraway's thought is let's set up a hearing and see if he comes to the table to try to get it resolved in a
Yeah, I understand.
effective manner.
Understand.
Okay, very good. Still a strong motion second and maybe a third. And all in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Okay, that motion passes 6-1. We set for a full hearing and I think the details of which will be rolled out by the office. Okay, moving on to the case groupings of 61, 71, and 74, case numbers 2025S-008, -018, and -021. And we are continuing those. I'll go ahead and
Sure, you
read
have the
that.
ability to continue those matters.
Did it. All right, great. Continuing the next round. Case 64, case number 2025S-011, and then the next category of cases 2025S-001, -002, -004, -005, -009, -001, or I apologize, -010, -015, -016, -017, -020, -022, -025, -026, -027, -028, and -030. With the asterisk, was there anything you care to share on items number 77, 78, 79, and 80? Phil and or,
Oh, no, those were just those I had previously listed as to be determined. I got information from the Secretary's office that nothing had been filed, but we still didn't have good service on those folks. And so that's why I'm recommending continuation on these matters.
okay,
Yeah, I will bring to everyone's attention, I know from having a previous conversation, both with Mr. Katz and a couple of members, item number 2025S-017 involves somebody for which some of you members are familiar. I've been informed by Mr. Katz, and he can potentially go into more detail, that there is a fairly major discrepancy in campaign finance reporting, and that's why this matter is here and it's ongoing. Mr. Katz, if you would care to express anything further.
So respectfully, I would prefer to not publicly address the issue right now, except to say that our office needs further time to review some of the recent reports. Previously, we were expecting to just find, in light of the candidate's passing, that this committee needed resolution and termination. However, there's something we need to look into in one of the recent reports, and we'll be back in touch before the next hearing.
So he still does have, the campaign committee still has an open account.
that's correct. Okay,
Well,
Yes.
I'll speak. There's at least an open campaign committee, and the treasurer is still available for correcting any issues that may be outstanding.
Okay.
okay, very good. Are there any additional questions? If not, I'm going to go ahead and grant continuance on all of those items aforementioned. Okay, and we are moving on to group recommendations. Thank you very much, Mr. Katz. You are dismissed, sir. All right, thank you. Moving on to the group recommendations related to the county board. first withdrawn, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd say, let's take care of that one first, and then we can go to the virtual attendees and deal with those as we may. Madam Chair, members of the commission, the first item, item 42, case number 2025 R-177. We received a request from the Board of Elections to withdraw that matter. As I indicated in the earlier matter that was withdrawn, a matter can be withdrawn from the commission's consideration at any time prior to it being taken up. This is the first time the matter has been before the commission. And so therefore, just this acknowledgement is all that's necessary for consideration here. The matter is withdrawn.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and address the cases for those who are attending online, just out of respect for your time and your attention to the commission. Do you have those in order of who's still yet online, Phil?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you know who yet is still online?
I'm assuming that all.
So it looks like I'm only seeing it.
Oh, what one? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, we are.
They were here.
Okay.
no, maybe these gentlemen in person were here for a second.
For Secretary of State.
Oh, it was for the
Yeah, I was here, and then like, I
66. Did they sign in?
protocol, I thought I was going for that.
They are on the sign unless one was.
Yeah, I didn't see a sign. I came in. Yeah.
Should we give them an opportunity?
Secretary of State box.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize. I did not know they were not.
Did they sign it?
Sorry about that, gentlemen. Didn't mean to
Oh,
leave
just
you out
remove
there
all the-
with all this fun.
Yeah, I was like, that's our thing, but I didn't know when.
Okay, yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead. Do you want to give them?
But can you come back? The libertarians are here and we didn't give them the opportunity to address their case. Sorry.
Apologies.
I'm sure,
We should have something else.
I'm sure you will. All right, thanks. Bye. He's on his way back.
Okay, we'll hear a few online cases and then we'll revisit your case since you're here. Thank you for your patience with us. Okay.
Okay. That one. Okay, well, Chris, you can call people up, 2025 R-182, Deanna Shores.
Like that.
Case number 2025 R-182.
47 on
Case
page
number
3.
47 on page 3. Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, members of the commission, my recommendation is to find a violation and impose a fine of $13,600 plus $100 per day, but to give the respondent the opportunity to have the matter reconsidered. Get back to that case, which certainly we could further hear from the respondent.
I'll let you know if they need to.
Point, there are multiple prior matters that are outstanding before the commission. That's the primary basis for my recommendation. If we can move forward in getting this resolved, I think that would be very beneficial. And so we certainly can have the respondent sworn and address the commission.
Okay, Ms. Shores, would you be so kind as to be sworn to address the commission?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Go ahead.
Hi, I would like to thank the commission for allowing us to speak. My secretary is here as well. Her name is Keisha Burns, but I'll be the primary speaker today. I also want to apologize to the commission. We have tried to resolve this on several occasions due to paperwork and things not being able. I sent out a full report in the mail. It never was returned to me. I failed to, we're both new at this. I did serve on school board for a while and then ran and did lose that race. So it was just she and I figuring our way out through all of this. But I failed to keep a copy of that documentation at the time. And then eventually the bank told us they did not have the information. So as life, I work a lot. And so as working and all of that and mothering, it just kind of kept getting kicked down the curb. And it is totally not acceptable. But then it became a source of anxiety with trying to figure out the paperwork without having proper documentation. I did write back in March, we did begin the process again to try to resolve this. And I just wanted to let the commission know that we originally raised $900. We opened a bank account with $75. We never exceeded $1,000. 700 of that came from individuals. The rest came from $25 contributions. I did fill out a form 30A, 31A, and 31B. And we did have a notarized letter drawn up. However, I wanted to come to the commission to ask, would this even be acceptable, or what else we might be able to do to resolve the issue, as it has been quite a source of angst. And I'm sure you're tired of saying my name. So.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Shores. I'm sure many of the commission members are wondering, Phil, if you have any response to what she shared, or if your recommendation changes in any way, shape, or form based on that.
Good. So you have not filed any reports with the Board of Elections, correct?
Yes, I tried to file. They said that they did not receive it, and I never received a mail back. So I have pulled some forms from them in the past, but did not have the bank. The bank said that they did not have the statements anymore. So at that point, I don't have anything official other than we received our $700 from one organization. So that was easy to still kind of follow through and report that on these forms. And then we received the other smaller donations from one organization as well. So that was why it was really kind of easy to track that part. We held 2 events, and we bought yard signs. So I filled this out to that extent, but I don't have receipts anymore. I don't have access to the bank statements.
So when did you last run for any position?
That's the only position I ever ran for. I was asked to run because we were going to have a completely new school board at that time in Middletown. And so I ran, but again, I had no experience. So.
And so that was in 2018. Again, when was that?
2015, I believe.
15. Okay. And so this has been outstanding ever since.
Yes.
The bank account has been closed, I presume, and there's no money there anymore.
It was closed right away. Right after the election was lost.
And all of these other matters that the commission has had before, I mean, I appreciate that can cause tension, pressure. I certainly understand that. I've had this kind of conversations through the years. Any other comment that you would like to make as it relates to all these, the various outstanding matters that the commission has had?
When you say the outstanding matters, that you're speaking of this case?
This case, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 matters that the commission has addressed over the years involving this campaign committee.
7 matters? We've only ever had this. That's it. So I guess I just want to make sure I'm clear on what I'm confirming. We've only ever had this matter. So.
And have you had recent conversations with the staff at the Board of Elections?
No, I wanted to come to this hearing to figure out, is this going to be suitable paperwork to file, or what else would I need to do to end this matter?
Okay, and again, when you say suitable paperwork,
Yeah.
what exactly are you talking about? Hold on a second. What is it that you prepared, and what does it say?
Okay, the first is a statement in detail what I just explained to you, and then the second is a Form 30A, and it talks about how much contributions we received And then the statement of contribution received Form 31A. I am able to show who sent those donations, the larger two donations, and their address and contact information. And then 31B tells how the money was spent. I wasn't sure what else I would need to do beyond that because we do not have the official bank statement. That was initially the holdup originally when we couldn't get that anymore. It became kind of just one of those things where I just didn't know what to do at that point. So at this point, I tried to find the forms that seemed relevant to this particular case, print those off, and then wanted to come and ask if there were other forms that we should consider.
Okay, and again, I'm probably asking to repeat certain things, and I apologize if that's the case.
No, that's
the total amount involved in your committee, both contributions and expenditures, you said was around $700. Is that correct?
well, it was $900 total and $75 to open the account. 700 of that was from 2 large contributions. 200 were from $25 donation.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. See if the commission members have any other questions.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Vice Chair.
Ms. Shores, I'd like to ask, so you only ran in 2015 and you haven't
ma'am.
run for office again. So what we're
No.
talking about with the multiple reports means this is the same report that never got filed in 2015. So every year it's
Yes.
building up. And so what county are you in?
Butler County.
Okay, very good. Are there any other questions, the commission members?
Yes, Madam
Absolutely.
Madam Chair, my question goes to Ms. Shores. You indicated that the bank couldn't give you statements. Can't you request them to order those statements and send them to you?
We tried several, the secretary, Keisha Burns, tried on several occasions with PNC Bank. And that was like, again, that was a big part of the delay. We were kind of confused that they couldn't provide that. Even after official request and all of that, and they claimed that they could not.
And they're saying these are your official bank statements that you get monthly, that they couldn't provide those to you?
Once it was closed. Now, originally, I printed out all of these bank statements. I printed out I had all the receipts and all of that. I failed to make a copy. And then once we closed the account and I realized, okay, nobody has this information. We contacted the bank. Now, at that point, the account had been closed for quite a while. We assumed, somewhere on some kind of microfiche or something that you could, grab a bank statement in an electronic world. However, she was told on several occasions that there was just no way to get this bank statement. I thought it was very strange, but I don't bank with PNC. Typically, I bank with Fifth Third. So.
I would
Okay,
agree with you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
absolutely. Commissioner Tavares, thank you.
In light of Ms. Shore's testimony, in light of Ms. Shore's testimony and the circumstances that she has laid out in her testimony that pretty much explains all the facts, it appears to explain all the facts and circumstances of the situation. Members of the commission, I'm changing my recommendation to reconsider all the outstanding matters, vacate the previous impositions of the per diem fine, consolidate all the matters together with this outstanding case, find a violation and impose a fine of $100. I'll be glad to answer any of the questions the commission may have.
Very good. We appreciate that reassessment.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
sorry.
Commissioner. Oh, hold on.
One other thing, I should also recommend that the committee be declared terminated.
Okay, very good. Was that your next move,
Well,
Commissioner? or-
in fact, the executive director and I were thinking about the same thing. It appears that there's a $50 difference in our thinking, though. I would have suggested $150 simply because this is a decade-old matter. However, I am prepared to make a motion to accept the executive director's report.
Very good, very good. Prepared but willing to move that motion.
Second.
We have it. Thank you, Mr. Kirschner. All right, so we have a motion and a second from Caraway and Kirschner. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you providing input. All
And I
right.
thank the commission very much for your grace in this matter.
Absolutely. We hope you sleep better tonight.
Oh, God. I don't think I'll ever run for office again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you again, gentlemen, for your patience. We are going to revisit your case, given we did not see you, we're here in attendance. Okay, that I believe is, let's see here, sorry, just a moment for me to find.
It's the item number 66, case number 2025S-013. The Commission had already reconsidered the outstanding matter involved with this, vacated the prior finding in that case. Consolidated the two cases together, found a violation and imposed a fine of $100. And so that's how the commission has already acted on this matter. Okay, just for your information. And so, you know, Mr. Katz was nice enough to return, and we give you opportunity to, if you wanted to address the commission further, please step to the podium, be sworn and make a statement.
Well, yeah, hold on, I think.
I do.
Well, yeah.
I apologize, I did not catch your name, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. My name is Jonathan Callen.
Okay, very good, Jonathan. Thank you for your time today, and if as the respondent, you'd like to provide insights.
Yeah, so the form was the letter sent was asking for the semi-annual report for 2024, which would be January to June. During that time, Libertarian Party was not considered a actual political party in the state of Ohio under statute because we did not have ballot access. We lost ballot access in 2020 after the general election. We regained ballot access in July 2nd, 2024, when we submitted the petition with the ballot signature and everything like that. And so the one for the semi-annual report should not be, nothing triggered for us to file it or anything. And that campaign fund has been, it was dormant from 2020 until we got reactivated into a actual political party.
Okay, very good. We appreciate you sharing those insights. Are there questions of the commission members?
Madam Chair, I'd be interested to hear from the Secretary's office on there's still a legal obligation. Should they file a termination document with the Secretary's office? I'd be interested to hear from Mr. Katz's
Okay,
perspective.
Mr. Caraway, just one moment, just in case, in the event there are any additional questions for Jonathan. Are there any questions for Jonathan specifically? Okay, seeing none, thank you very much for your testimony.
Sorry we missed you.
Yeah, very good. All right, Mr. Fox, if you don't mind responding to Mr. Caraway's inquiry.
Good morning, Brian Katz again for the Secretary of State's office. Thank you for having me back. So our office was not aware of this being raised as a defense right now. Initial thoughts are the committee had $268.55 outstanding, and therefore something should have happened with those funds, as well as if you are no longer a political party, you are now two or more individuals attempting to influence the results of an election. If you have funds, if you have contributions for the potential use in elections, and therefore you are a political action committee. But we would need time to research, because it's while there have been one or two political parties that have come into and come out of ballot access, the Campaign Finance Division has not researched and come up with an office guidance on what happens when you lose ballot access, what should happen to that campaign committee. And unless the executive director recalls an OEC opinion having been issued on, we would need some time to research and come up with our official guidance on what should have happened in this case. Because most likely we would have ordered them to then spend those funds if they were no longer a political party entitled to have them, and then reconstitute as an entity as with a new designation of treasurer form, if that were the case. But instead, we're talking about a committee that continued into existence, failed to file reports, has now filed those reports. So they have been filed, but just.
Madam Chair, if I could.
Just one moment. I have a quick question, and then yes, Mr. Kirschner. Would there be an opportunity for them to refund what they've received that they were not able to put in a motion without needing or being in a necessary course of action to file as a PAC for that low volume, or is it irrelevant?
So refunds are very restricted in the law. There's very few instances, and I think the commission issued an opinion for transition funds, perhaps, or that might be in the law. And then there was one other.
Wherever they're allowed in state statute, and I can't recall off the top of my head where they all are, but one of them is if an excess a contribution in excess of the limits is received, you're allowed to refund that. Other than that,
Fair.
there are very few reasons for refunding matters if it's not otherwise allowed. And based on what I think the conversation is here, I don't believe that those would have been pertinent reasons for a refund.
But they could have established a PAC and then made a contribution from their political party to that PAC, if that were their desire in the meantime.
Good insights. Okay, very good. I apologize, Mr. Kirshen, go ahead.
No problem. So unique situation, we already issued a decision, but it sounds like the Secretary of State's office believes that a continuance is warranted to further evaluate the issue. July 24 is our next hearing. I'd suggest rescheduling it to be heard on July 24th. Does that give you enough time to fully evaluate the issue and come to a decision?
If the commission vacates its prior decision, yes, it would.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Is there a motion or any additional questions or deliberation?
If there aren't any questions, let's make sure first. I would suggest that we vacate the prior ruling, reschedule the matter for July 24th so we can get to an expedient resolution of this matter. It'll give the parties time to evaluate it further.
I'll second.
Okay, very good. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. That original motion or ruling has been rescinded, and I will go ahead and grant the continuance. Is that appropriate?
Yes,
Okay.
well, that was a part of his motion, so continue the matter to July 24th, so that's taken care of.
All right, very good. Okay.
And Madam Chair, and if I may, to ask Mr. Richter, I don't know where you traveled from here in Ohio. They could join virtually at that time.
This is the Franklin County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I go to Capital Law School, so.
Okay, all right, just.
You're still welcome to join virtually if you prefer it. Mr. Katz is not granted that.
Make sure that it wasn't a huge burden on you to be here in Columbus. If it is, you can join virtually.
Thank you.
Would you mind just, identifying?
Thank you again for your time, coming
Sorry
back.
about that. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, guys. All right, thank you very much.
You're terrible. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Identify as to where they are.
Oh, okay, I see, I see. So we've got.
Okay, just both of them, related to that. Because there's two of them. Talk about two. Get back to if there's something else. Okay.
How would you feel about me taking the full category for each of these, but allowing for that specific case to be spoken to by the attendant? I guess,
That's fine.
okay,
Oh, okay.
okay, all right, okay, very good. All right, for respect of those who are in attendance online, we're gonna go ahead and lump you per category. We're gonna address your categories first for efficiency, but we're gonna start in the good cause category, and of the attendees online, I believe that will be Gina Sanders. She is item number 8, but we're going to go ahead with this and address items 2, 3, 8, and 50. Case numbers 2025R-137, 2025R-138, 2025R-143, and 185. In the event that Gina's testimony changes the outcome of her case in any way that would be different than the whole, we can address that. Otherwise, we will assume to address these all together. Ms. Sanders, do you care to share anything with the committee about your case? Okay, and if so, you would need to be sworn.
Excuse me, sure,
Okay,
that's great.
very good. Do you mind to swear her in?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just thank you for, I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to be here. I appreciate it. When you run for a campaign, and I kept the account open for purposes of potentially running again for city council this year. And, we all have full-time jobs and lots of kids. My treasurer was out of town. Actually, she was abroad when we received the notification and letter. By the time she got it to me, and then I got a hold of it, we submitted our response immediately, and hopefully it sounds like that was accepted. And so I just wanted to say thank you for that. And then also just understand if there is, it sounded like, maybe you can repeat what the outcome clearly for me would be, but it sounds like there's no fine imposed. I'm just wondering, does that remain on a record somewhere? If you could just maybe answer that question in terms of how the transaction with the Ethics Committee is stored.
Sure. With the Ohio Elections Commission, would you mind, Phil, providing the insight on good cause for her?
Will gladly do so. Ms. Sanders, the commission's decision would be to find that there was a violation because the report was filed late, but for good cause, not impose a fine or refer the matter for further prosecution, which are the two things that the commission could otherwise do.
Okay.
Aside from a no violation finding, I've always said that's about the best recommendation and the best finding you could get. Yes. As this commission is a public agency, anything that it does is a public record and maintain, and stays that way. If someone were to call back into the commission and request information on you, your committee, et cetera, that certainly is something that we would be obligated to disclose. We don't go out of our way to otherwise, publicize the information here. You will receive a notice that reflects what the commission did. If it accepts my recommendation, I hope that helps you understand what the commission is doing today.
That's great. Yeah, just wanted a little clarification. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ms. Sanders. Are there any other questions of the commission members, or is there a motion? Mr. Kirschner, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that to help Ms. Sanders out, in a court case, there'd be a public filing that you could find online. I don't believe there's any central repository of filings here. Is that right, Mr. Richter?
Well, our database, our database is there.
Publicly searchable.
Yes, there is a way you can go on to the commission's website and search the commission's database to ascertain what has occurred in the case. At least cases from about 2014 on.
Yes, so it's publicly available in that sense, and then these hearings are recorded and saved publicly as well, so they will be available in those senses.
Okay.
And
that's
with
good.
that, I would move to adopt the executive director's recommendations as it relates to all four of those cases: 137, 138, 143, and 185.
Second.
Okay, very good. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, that motion passes 7-0. Thank you, Ms. Sanders, for your time. Okay, very
Thank
good.
Mhm.
You're welcome. We have a few that are in the continuation case category. Mr. Reddy and also Ms.
Ms. Kirchover, I believe, is the treasurer for Mr. Reddy.
Okay,
In case number 154. It's on the continued list right at the moment because we didn't have an indication that there had been good service. And so I was recommending that the matter be continued. Certainly we could hear further from either Ms. Kirchover or Mr. Reddy to resolve the matter if either one of them is sworn or makes a statement to the commission.
okay, very good. And then just for the order of things for the commission members, we are on page 3. It's item number 19 under the continue for service, which is the second continuation category.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go ahead and treat this with the same mentality as the last category that we approached. If it is withstanding maybe this case number, which we may obviously,
This one,
Bring into-
I would think, let's just deal with this at this
Okay.
point because you can continue all the rest of the matters later on your own authority.
okay, very good. I apologize. We will address 2025R-154 uniquely. Would Mr. Reddy and or Ms. Kirchover, sorry, I can't quite read this handwriting here. No offense to you, that's not bad. It's just- Okay.
Regardless.
Okay.
I understood.
Very good. So Lauren, we'll play it safely. Would James or Lauren care to testify today?
I will, Your Honor. James Reddy. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Go ahead and be sworn.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Oh, very ahead. You're very good. Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and I apologize for not having issued or send a statement to you in advance. I assumed we could have the opportunity to do this. As you can see by my report, I have minimal funds in my account. I ran once, March of 20, for election, and I have considerable funds owed to me by my committee. Ms. Ketchaver, my treasurer, did sign the report timely. It was my fault for not having gotten it in on time. I'm an attorney. I had crazy case filings that took over, and case docket items. And it was, I have no other excuse other than it was just, I didn't get to the Board of Elections in time to file it timely. But you can see I've got minimal dollars in my fund, and I'm owed a lot. So I would ask for some kind of leniency on this daily fine. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Reddy. And just for the commission members' insight, Phil, would you like me to share this? Should you would?
You can go ahead.
Okay, Phil, our executive director is recommending, based off of these insights, $100 fine because of a pre-existing prior. But are there any questions of the commission members, knowing that either for Mr. Reddy and or the executive director?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Go ahead, Vice Chair.
Madam Chair, to the executive director. So there's a previous fine of $50. What year was that, and was that fine paid?
The fine was imposed in 2023 and it was paid on January 5th of 2023. So yes, he is in compliance.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Any additional questions?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Mr.
I
Kirsch.
apologize. I
Or
don't have-
Ms. Caraway?
Whatever, going. I don't have the printed out ICW word, but this is from 2020, a campaign finance report from 2020. Is that what I'm?
23.
Oh, 23, okay.
So which one are we talking about here?
The one that is before us today.
No, it's a 2024 annual report that was supposed to be filed on January 31. It was filed on February 7th.
Understood. All right.
Mr. Caraway, weren't you confused here? Weren't you asking about the prior?
No, I was asking about 154 today of what time frame that was.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, that's
the
okay.
prior was in 23.
Got it,
That's what
got it.
okay.
Okay. And Madam Chair, I'm ready to make a motion if there are no other comments or questions.
All right, very good. I think you're in the clear. Go ahead. Thank you so much.
Madam Chair, make a motion to accept the executive director's report to impose a fine of $100.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion, and a second. All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
Okay, that motion passes 6-1. Thank you, Mr. Reddy, for your time today.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Okay, and just because we're over here, guys, and I love an efficient moment, we're gonna go ahead and continue the two continuance categories. So moving up to continue upon request of respondent, items number 2, 23, 26, and 27. That's gonna be cases 2025R-144-158-161 and -162, and then also granting the continuance and moving to the next case category 11 through 51. Case numbers 2025R-146-147-148-149, -163-164, or I apologize, 164, -165, -168, -169, -179, and 186, all continued. And we're going to revisit the $50 fine category, which is, I apologize, let's find it. Sorry, we're on page 2, $50 fine category. And the reason being, we have 3 folks here today related to -188, -156, and -171. Mr. what looks like Shadler, also
Van Kirk.
Van Kirk and Heschel. Okay. So sorry, one more time here. 188, 156,
And 171.
and 171. So we're going to hear those from those folks who are present. But then we can consider the whole if there isn't any reason to change the direction of the case. So why don't we start with Mr. Van Kirk? Mr. Van Kirk, do you care to provide testimony today?
Good morning, sure.
Okay, very good. Go ahead and be sworn, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for taking the time today. This is a big agenda for you guys. I just want to, I made a mistake. As I said in my testimony, I misread the letter that was sent to me. By the time I realized it was past the filing deadline, so I did file the appropriate paperwork. All the campaign funds are my own, so you know, I didn't collect any funds, and all the money that I spent was my own funds on my campaign. So it was my mistake. Fess up to it, and whatever the consequences are, then so be it. But that was simply the case.
Okay, very good. We appreciate you. Is there any questions of Mr. Van Kirk while we have him present? The commission members? Okay, looks like there are none. Okay, very good. We appreciate your testimony and your time today. We're going to also go ahead and hear from, I'm sorry, I'm not sure which name correlates with these two. Who would be Team Brecksville out of the other?
Mr. Shadler.
Okay.
171.
Okay, Mr. Shadler, if I'm saying
Yes,
that
that's me.
correct? Okay, very good. Would you?
Yeah, that's all right.
Shadler, okay, all right, excellent. Do you care to testify? If so, you'll need to be sworn.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, very
Raise your
good.
right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone on the commission. So here's what happened with my case. Back in October of 2024, I thought I had submitted everything to close out this pack. And even, I don't know if Mr. Richter, if you received my FedEx package or my email, but I sent a letter that's a picture of a letter that's notarized via email, and that letter in the mail to you. In October of 2024, and corresponding with my auditing individual from the Department of Elections, I had submitted all of the necessary documents. I thought I had submitted the paperwork to close the committee as well. I received back an email from him saying that he believed he had everything and would let me know if not. It was a bit of miscommunication. I didn't realize he was talking just about a narrower subcategory of paperwork. But in October of 2024, he had all of the receipts and bank statements that he needed from me, just not Form 30A, 31. There were three different forms, sort of the standard ones to track things and report it all. I thought he had received it. He had not. And so I thought the matter was closed. I didn't think I owed any filing reports until I received the letter from the commission that you were having a hearing about me today. The reason I didn't receive that letter is I've moved around a couple times. And the mail's just been slow to catch up. I no longer reside in Ohio. I moved to Washington, D.C. I lived in my parents' basement with my 2-year-old and 4-year-old at the time for a couple months while I was renovating a house, which I'm in now. So just my mail had a hard time finding me. So I've been a little late in responding to things, but all of my paperwork has been submitted. As soon as I did receive the notification from you guys, I immediately reached out to Frank and filed all of my paperwork with the Board of Elections. And that's all been resolved. So the pack is now closed. Again, the bank accounts were long closed in October of 2024, and the Board of Elections received all of that documentation about where all the money had gone. It was just the paperwork to formally close the pack. I thought it was closed. It wasn't. So that's the cause of this and where we are. And any further questions, I certainly be happy to answer them as well.
Okay, Mr. Shadler, thank you very much for your testimony. Having heard that, I'm sure the commissioner members might ask, does that change your direction or guidance for $50 fine?
It does not change my recommendation at this point, Madam Chair. If the commission certainly wants to go in a different direction, I understand that.
Okay, very good. Are there questions of the commission members for Mr. Shadler? Okay, seeing none, thank you very much for your testimony. We're going to go ahead as promised and then hear from I apologize. Mr. Heichel, or Ms. Heichel, sorry, Jan. Do you care to testify today?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. Be sworn. Thank you.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, very good. Go ahead, Jan.
So thank you for the opportunity to speak. I appreciate all of you. So I had received a letter from the Franklin County Board of Elections advising me that I failed to file both a pre-general and a post-general report for 2024. I read their documentation that I received and I realized that I had in fact failed. So I did complete both reports immediately and I took them to the Board of Elections. So what happened, I misunderstood, and for that I apologize. I also have case with the Board of Elections open for myself for a Blendon Township trustee position. There is currently no activity on it. There is no balance. And I was told I only needed to file an annual and a semi-annual. So I thought that meant for both the trustee reports and this committee to renew the police levy. I had 2 major surgeries during that time back to back, and I think that distracted me. But I do apologize. It was a mistake, an honest mistake. It won't happen again. I've read the Ohio Revised Codes on the requirement. I've talked to the Board of Elections, and I understand what needs to be done going forward. And
Okay, very good. Oh,
Thank
go ahead.
you.
I apologize. Okay, thank you very much. Are there any, I apologize. Does that change the direction of your guidance?
No, my
Okay.
recommendation stays the same, Madam Chair.
Okay, very good. Are there any questions of the commission members? Okay, seeing none, thank you so much for your testimony, and I'm so sorry to hear about the surgeries for you. At this time, is there any deliberation on whether you would like to address any of these cases uniquely or keep them as one case category moving forward with the executive director's previous recommendation of $50 fine as it relates to all 4 items in discussion?
What's the question?
The question is, do you have an alternate motion for the individual cases, or would you like to move forward with the $50 fine category as a whole unchanged, as the previously recommended guidance has been given and sustained by the executive director?
Madam Chair, I'll move the recommendation of the executive director.
So,
Okay, for the full 4
Correct.
cases. Okay, very good. There's a motion and a second. Any other questions or deliberation? Okay, very good. All in favor? Okay, any opposed? Seeing none, that motion passes unanimously. Thank you again for your time and testifying today. Okay, very good. You're very welcome. Going to move on to the $25.
no.
Oh, I
Move
apologize.
this one now.
Okay, Mr. Cook.
Skylar Cook, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move to Skylar Cook's case. That's 2024 or 25R-174 and the $100 fine category, which is the next subsequent fine category. We're gonna hear all of those cases 4 through 49. Case 2025R-139-153-160-174-184 for purposes of efficiency. However, we're going to allow Mr. Cook an opportunity to testify if he pleases, and that again is item 39, case 174 for Mr. Cook under Euclid Democratic Political Action Committee et al. Mr. Cook, would you like to be sworn? Mr. Cook, we cannot hear you, and we will need to be able to see you if you care to provide testimony today. Does he have access to the chat?
Yes, he does have access.
Okay, if you want to communicate by the chat, if you're having trouble with your audio or visual. But if we can't see you, unfortunately, we will not be able to hear your testimony because we need you to be sworn. Any response might be on restroom break. Oh,
But I'm having trouble.
Oh, okay,
Madam Chair, let me interject before we go any further. Considering his matter is one where the report has been filed and a statement would change the nature of my recommendation, I would indicate, I should request that we deal with all the other matters that are pending there and not act on that particular case. Oh, unless that's Mr. Cook there.
You have
there
me.
he is.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, all right, very good. And he's waving that hand. I think he's ready to be sworn. Am I correct?
Yes,
Okay, very good. Go ahead.
Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
absolutely.
Thank you.
Very good. Go ahead.
Hi, mea culpa. That is to say, I was late. There's no question of that. You have all the documentation. My 2024 annual report was due on or before close of business on January the 31st. There are some facts and circumstances that I hope mitigate imposition of a fine. But in any case, if I may, on January 27th, I underwent hernia surgery, and not being a doctor and having some miscommunication with the medical professionals, I thought that was an outpatient situation and that I would have plenty of time to complete the report when I got home, and maybe a day later. I had the weekend, if memory serves. I think 27th was on a Friday. However, turns out I didn't get out of the hospital until approximately the 30th. Had a nice big scar and was physically incapable of putting together what I needed to put together and get that delivered to Cuyahoga County Board of Elections. So, and again, as quickly as I could put all that together, you see from the documentation that it was in fact filed on February the 10th. I begged the commission's pardon, so to speak, and I'm ready, willing, and able to answer any questions of anyone there in Columbus.
Okay, very good. We appreciate your time and your testimony. I think I heard a few grunt sounds from the men when they heard you say you had a hernia. And the executive director has recommended that we consider this good cause, given your circumstance, instead of a $100 fine as the recommendation. Are there any questions of the commission members? Okay. Seeing none, we're going to rescind the previous concept of taking the full category and instead hear this uniquely, line item 39, case number 2025R-174. You heard the recommendation of the executive director. Is there a motion from a commission member?
Madam Chair, I'll move the revised motion of the executive director.
Very good. Okay, great. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion passes 7-0. Thank you for your time. We hope you're healing well. Okay,
Thank you.
moving. You're welcome. Okay, why don't we go ahead and hear the remainder of those cases? Again, a $100 fine category, no other respondents here to testify. Are there any questions of the executive director or is there a motion on the table?
So move.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner. Is there a second?
So, yeah.
Was that Tavares first or?
No, that was.
Mr. Lyle.
Okay, Mr. Lyle. I thought I heard her squeaking before. Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes 7-0. Okay, so our last remaining are,
Page 3.
okay, thank you very much for that. So we're going to move to the top of page 3 on the agenda. Mark Sousa, if I'm reading this correct, case number 2025R-140, and it looks like 141 under the $25 a day with reconsideration option.
Madam Chair, members of the commission, I'll quickly address here. I had a brief conversation with Mr. Sousa this morning. who indicated that he intended to, appear this morning. As it relates to item number 5, case number 2020-R-140, there was a prior matter that was decided on April 10th, in which we found a violation, imposed a fine of $50. Notice had not yet been sent on that matter. And then, as he brought it to my attention, he's also here in case number 2025-R-141 for himself. The last, I don't know that I got an update from the Warren County Board of Elections, to be honest with you at this point, although I know I reached out as to whether those reports have been filed. I'm not certain whether they have. Mr. Sousa can address that presumably. I'd be waiting again for some sort of evidence that the reports have been filed. But you've heard me blather on for a little bit. Now we can hear from Mr. Sousa as it relates to the respective cases after he's sworn.
Okay, great. Mr. Sousa out. He's ready to roll. I like this guy. All right, Mr. Sousa, go ahead and be sworn.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Go ahead and testify.
So, both of my, while not related, my own campaign and becoming the treasurer for the school district's PAC are related to simply not being a treasurer during a period of inactivity. So I was seated as a township trustee in 19, ran for re-election at 23, self-funded, posted my annual or post-election or post-general at the end of 23 for the issue relating to myself. Case 141 simply failed to terminate. I think it was one of my initial uses of the online filing system versus going to Warren County locally. Failed to terminate for the period of 24. I'm seated in my term. I wouldn't be up for re-election until 27. No monies, no account. I did file that report online for that entity, for that PAC, stating it was zero balance with intent to terminate it last night in preparation for today. And then for the other case, the school district, which had the fine for the 23 annual earlier this year, I simply, we had a treasurer for years. Our last ballot issue was an emergency renewal in 2020. And when we are not on the ballot for a period, we don't fundraise or anything. Our money just sits in our account, maybe with a bank fee, renewing a PO box annually or something along those lines. Our treasurer had a health issue and was moving out of our area early last year, came to the group of volunteers that work in the PAC, said, hey, I can't be treasurer anymore. We didn't have activity. He closed the account, presented us with a check. We went a period attempting to find a treasurer, ultimately unsuccessful, ended up being me. I opened an account last fall, had the only activity with no fundraising, no expenses other than some bank fees, was before you in April, received the $50 fine, which is when I called this morning and got Mr. Richter about the status of would I get an invoice for that or how did I pay it, fully capable and willing and able to pay that. But simply just, I've not been a treasurer. I've worked township issues, but I've always formed the PAC, had the ballot, had the post general, terminated the PACs. This is just failure on my part of filing during, we've had monies in the school PAC, but been inactive more or less. And I processed that report last night online as well with the carryover balance and the nominal bank fees for the period of the latter part of last year after opening a new account.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your testimony. Phil, do you have any additional recommendations based off of that feedback?
Well, based on the fact that he has been present, it was sworn and made a statement. My recommendation, let's deal with his own individual campaign committee first, 2025 R141. The report, I just looked at the Warren County online website, and it does reflect a filing yesterday. So as it relates to that, mainly because of the fact that it's 3 months late, I'm going to recommend that we find a violation and impose a fine of $50. I'll be glad to answer any other questions the commission may have as it relates to that, but I'm only addressing right now 2025 R141.
Very good. And
Madam
that's
Chair, I
line
do
item
have a
6.
question.
Yes, Commissioner Tavares.
Yeah, and this goes to Mr. Richter. The gentleman, Mr. Sousa, says he wants to terminate. Can we also fine 50 and
And declare them terminated? Yes,
Okay.
certainly we could do so.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any other questions?
Could I inquire, could I just get some clarifying guidance? It's kind of unclear even at the county. When you self-fund, is there a definite dollar amount that triggers the need for a local candidate to file and have the PAC?
No, there really isn't, but if you create a campaign committee, by filing a designation of treasurer, by creating a committee, you're obligated to file something.
Right.
with the Board of
Well, and that's,
Elections.
I was told locally over a dollar amount. I believe what I was told previously was $2,500, even that if they were my own dollars, I needed to file. And that's why I formed a committee, myself being my own treasurer. I wouldn't do that in the future if I ran again. And I generally spend about $3,000 to $5,000 on signage and a mailer.
I appreciate, based on my experience of sitting in this chair and seeing matters come before us, if you're going to spend that much money, I would certainly encourage you to submit a designation, create a committee, spend the money, and then terminate at your first opportunity. If you spend all your money through the campaign committee and you reflect it when you file your post-election report, terminate at that point. If not, then just be prepared to shortly thereafter terminate that committee, because once you file something with the board, something is expected to resolve that.
Sure.
Even if you file a local candidate waiver, a lot of people misunderstand that. And they think, oh, well, I filed the waiver, I don't need to file anything else. Well, yeah, you do, because you have created a campaign committee.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Hopefully that is helpful. All right. Are there any additional questions for Mr. Sousa or Phil? Okay, seeing none, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'll move the executive director's recommendation on case 2025R141 of $50 and terminate, and also terminate the committee.
Very good.
Second.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. We have a motion, a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion passes unanimously. We're going to go back to -140.
Yeah, now 140. As you can see, there is a prior that was involved there in which the commission found a violation, imposed a $50 fine. We have not yet sent out the notice on that. We'll do so shortly. Because we have already made a finding in that case, had I known these were so close together, I would have probably consolidated them. So it may sound a little backwards, but my recommendation here is to find that there was a violation, because again, the website reflected the filing of the report last night. Find a violation, but for good cause, not impose a fine or refer the matter for prosecution, as long as that other $50 fine is paid.
Oh.
So. Second.
Okay, all right. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, that motion passes 7-0. Okay,
Thank
Very
you all.
good.
Thanks, Mr. Ricker.
thank you. We
Thank you
appreciate it.
very much.
Okay, moving on to the remainder of this category. I think we're just gonna close this out really quick. -142, 176, and 180.
And 142 is present on one.
Oh, okay, very good. All right, well then we will go in consecutive order to item number 7. For Jeffrey, do you care to testify today? Oh, I apologize. You don't look like Jeffrey.
No.
All right. Jennifer, I
yes.
apologize.
Jennifer.
It looked like Jeffrey here, so she's probably
Oh, I think she's the
treasurer.
treasurer.
Okay. Sorry, Jennifer.
Yes,
I wasn't even looking
it's
up. I
okay.
apologize online. Okay, would you care to be
It's
sworn to
okay.
testify?
please.
Okay,
To tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm Jennifer Meyer, and I'm the treasurer for Jeff Paskey Johannes's school board. And I'm sorry for his candidacy. I really thought we were going to close the accounts and everything last year. And we did not. I have been in contact with the candidate, and I'll contact him again today to ask if we could close the account. I did just get access back to the
the bank account. I either probably misplaced the password. I was quite confident that we did not have any expenditures or any income during the year or 2024. But without checking the account, I couldn't verify that. So I have verified that. I actually submitted finally the report this morning. I don't know if that's something that you guys could see. It is Warren County. And I just want to express my sincere apologies. I know I've been a fair amount of waste of your time. So I'm so sorry about that. And fully take accountability. I'm whatever the fine is, I will take care of it. So understood.
Very good, Jennifer. We appreciate your testimony and your sentiment. It is not a waste of time. You're exactly the reason that we are here. So don't feel bad about having a case in front of the commission. We're happy to hear it and appreciate your desire to be in compliance. The executive director is looking at your case in light of your testimony. And is this still how you would like?
Well, I mean, I was heading that direction because I didn't think the report had been filed. The website does reflect the filing this morning and a balance of $300 in the campaign committee's account. There is, at least in looking at my ICW, there was a prior matter that was decided last August in which a $100 fine was imposed. That doesn't appear to have been paid. I'll double check that here shortly. I mean, with that being the case, I mean, if the commission wants to resolve this matter based on the fact that the report has been filed, I could recommend that we find a violation and impose a fine of $200 in addition to the 100. But, you know, certainly I would ask the commission for any other questions or concerns that they have as it relates to this.
Okay, very good. Are there any additional questions from the commission members?
Madam Chair, I do have a question. Did I hear Miss
Jennifer
Meyer?
Okay.
Ms. Meyer, did you say that you wanted to terminate the committee?
I believe so, but I'm not the candidate, so
Okay, okay.
So both of us have to show up. So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's
just
had
didn't know.
Meeting in the last year, for both of the last years, so I know he wasn't interested in running in the most recent one, but I'll contact him again today and try to get that cleared up. So you don't have to see my face in 2026. That's my.
Thank you very much. I just didn't know whether we wanted to terminate the committee, but since it's the candidate that you want to follow up with, then we'll just leave it at that. Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
May.
Yep, thank you.
Hi, Miss, thank you for joining us today. Any idea why the previous fine from this commission has not been paid?
Well, I actually thought I sent a check last October. I can check my bank records and just see, because I really thought that was paid. But if
Okay.
I can check. I can't, it'll take me a minute.
It's okay. Things happen. Mr. Richter, could you in fact confirm that I'm not second guessing you. I just know that sometimes
Clerical error.
yes, clerical errors happen. Could you confirm that our records do not indicate?
I am not seeing a payment reflected with this case number, with the name Meyer, or at least with the first few letters of Johannes. And what we do is if we received a payment, we reflect the case number and we reflect the payee, which could have been any one of them, a committee, et cetera. And so, I mean, I can quickly, you know, since it was decided in August and, you know, notice would have gone out in October, I can kind of quickly try and run through and see if something appears to me. But that's what I haven't seen anything reflected in our records.
And the only reason why I bring that point up, not to belabor it, but it would change, if they had paid their previous fine, would that change your recommendation?
Yes.
Okay, so that's That's probably why it's important.
Right, and I understand that, and it is something that I would, reflect.
In that case, maybe your original redirect, just so we have time to. Should we go back to your original redirect? So we have time to figure that out.
Not necessarily, if she wants to resolve, because she did file a report. My original concern about continuing was because, I didn't know, if the report had not been filed, it's not worth trying to address a matter, and go forward. I can
Okay.
go through here and see if I see anything that stands out to me, either case number wise or.
Okay.
If I may, I
Sure.
can't see what was cached, so I assume it didn't make its way. I've just got my personal account up now, and is it better if I just send 2 checks so we get both of the case numbers correct?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, I would certainly indicate if you're gonna do that, depending on what the commission decides, reflect both case numbers on anything you submit to us. And, we'll make sure they both get listed here and in our database.
Okay. Commissioner Caraway, do you want to wait on this or how do you feel about?
So, Madam Chair, if I may, I would like to make a motion contingent, on contingency if possible, not to make it overly complicated. A motion that if we receive the previous fine within so many days, then the new amount is, on 170 or 142 is this amount. And if we do not within so many days, then does that make sense? Clear as mud?
I hear you. I'm just wondering if we
Yeah.
have the authority for contingency.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
then yeah, I mean,
Does anyone else have an issue with that?
I mean,
No.
I would say all cards to the table. Our record keeping has not historically been stellar. It is quite possible that the check was sent and somehow it got lost in the shuffle and just wasn't cashed. Ms. Meyer seems pretty honest. I would just give her credit as if certainly there was an intention there to do so.
But she didn't send it.
What?
She just mentioned.
Right. She said she doesn't see it's cashed. She said she believes she sent it prior. She looked to see if it was cashed. She doesn't show it was cashed. Could have been sent, lost the mail, could have been received misplaced. It just wasn't cashed.
well, people also often mistake us for the Ohio Ethics Commission, in which case it could have been mailed to the wrong location. So there are many variables beyond our control here, so I appreciate.
Yeah, so my point is, I would just rather give her credit as if it was paid and assess this now as opposed to create a confusing contingency, if this, then that.
You're not wrong.
Sure.
Okay. Mr. Richter, what was your recommendation? And thank you, Madam Chair.
My recommendation, kind of, if it had been paid even, would have been, because it was a third time, find a violation, impose a fine of $200, but, certainly that's my recommendation. You guys are the decider, as I always indicate.
All right, very good.
If
So,
I could clarify, I think Mr. Richter's recommendation is based upon the number of times there's been violations regardless of whether it was paid previously. So whether or not the check was cashed would not impact your recommendation,
Not necessarily. Well, had it been cast, that would have, what my recommendation would have been.
whether or not it's been paid.
Oh, whether it's been paid. Considering she's here before us, that's certainly something I'll take into consideration as I make a recommendation. At this point, you have somebody making an effort to try and resolve a situation.
You
You want
stand
to
on
take that into
$200.
consideration. I'd stand on $200, yes.
Madam Chair. I'll make that motion.
all right, Commissioner, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you for your time. Okay, have a great day. All right, so that was Jennifer. Okay, 7-0. And, a break. Okay, all right, we're going to finish items 41 and 45, the last two remaining in the $25 a day reconsideration option. Are there any questions on case number 2025R-176 or 180? Seeing none, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'll move the executive director's recommendation.
Second.
Thank you, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, seeing none, those passed unanimously. Okay, very good. There is a desperate plea from many for a restroom break. We're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break, to return at noon. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much.
It's already noon. I didn't realize.
I know.
Okay, so it's back here.
We don't have any.
Norbert O'Brien. Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to Chris, but he said he was there and then he wasn't. We'd be back here at no violation. It's 2 dismissals. Let me go down.
Good man.
Through the rest of the. Now you can go ahead and get started again.
Okay, we're gonna go to the no violation category, item number 40 on page 2. That's case number 2025R-177. I apologize.
No.
I am wrong. 2025R-175. I apologize.
Yeah, this was kind of an interesting one in terms of, they were referred for late filing of the annual report. When the response was submitted, they showed pictures of actually, that reflected the timestamp of putting the report into the board's mailbox, I think prior to the due date, as I recall. And obviously the board must not have gotten it and opened it until after the due date. And so my recommendation is to find no violation, as they appeared to have properly submitted the report timely.
I'll move the recommendation of the executive director.
Second.
Very good. Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you very much. The next category is to dismiss. The committee was declared terminated at the commission meeting of 4/10/2025. That's item number 21. Do we need a formal?
Yep, I would take a formal action on that, but pretty much stated right there what the circumstances.
Seconded.
Very good. Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, very good. Passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to item number 52, dismiss. The committee was declared terminated due to the candidate's death, case number 2025R-187.
Yeah, that's a little odd in terms of, we previously declared the committee terminated due to the candidate's passing, and the candidate was the treasurer. When I reached out to the board on other issues and brought this to their attention, what they indicated was the person who handled campaign finance previously was no longer there, and they weren't sure what happened with this. And so, well, okay, you guys told us previously that this is what you wanted to do, so we did it. So we just dismissed this matter because we've already declared that committee terminated.
Okay, very good. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, passes unanimously. Moving down to the $150 fine category, item number 17, case number 2025R-152.
Madam Chair, members of the commission, looking to get my own ICW here. The report was filed. It was only a couple of days late. There was no response submitted. There was a prior case that the commission dealt with in 2023 in which we found a violation, but for good cause did not impose a fine. With a second matter, with no response submitted, giving me an understanding of the circumstances, my recommendation is to find a violation and impose a fine of $150. I'd be glad to answer any other questions the commission may have.
Okay, are there any questions?
Thank you.
Seeing none, is there a motion? Okay, one of you want to be a second? Okay, very good. Motion a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, passes unanimously. Really quick, Phil, the online attendee, this BS, are they? Oh, it's Betty. All right. Hi, Betty. Okay, all right. Nice to see you, Betty. Okay, all right. Moving on to the $200 fine category, item 22, case number 2025R-157.
Well, if you look back at this, at the ICW here, you can see there's a long, rather checkered history. Brought himself into compliance a couple years ago. We imposed a fine. It was paid. But now back again, but the report was filed. No response was submitted to the commission. And so based on kind of restarting, as it were, as we did in 2023, I'm recommending that we find a violation and impose a fine of $200 because the report was filed late and there's no response.
Okay, very good. Are there any questions? Okay, seeing none, is there a motion?
So move.
Seconds.
Okay, very good. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion passes unanimously. We're moving on to item number 15, 2025R-150. Consolidate with case number 2024R-494, find a violation and impose a fine of $200. Any additional information, Phil?
Well, there's a couple of outstanding, there's matters that we've decided previously fines were paid. There's a pending matter, obviously, that we just haven't dealt with before. Then we got a response from the treasurer. The report was filed. And so considering that we've got multiple cases outstanding, there were priors, but fines were paid. My recommendation is to find a violation and impose a fine of $200.
Okay, are there any questions or is there a motion?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Item 16, $250 fine category 2025R-151.
There's a prior matter here where the commission imposed a fine, found a violation, imposed a fine in March of 24. It was paid. Back again, the report was filed, but no response has been submitted to the commission to give me an understanding of the circumstances. So my recommendation is to find a violation, impose a fine of $250.
So. We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes unanimously. Moving on to the $500 fine category, item 20, case 2025R-155.
Number of prior cases outstanding. There's a substantial fine outstanding that was not paid. The report was filed. It was 5 days late. By statute, the maximum fine that the commission can impose is a $500 fine. So that's my recommendation.
All right, any questions or a motion?
I'll move to adopt.
Second.
Ooh, I think that Caraway got that one. All right, motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes unanimously, or I apologize. Any opposed? Seeing none, passes unanimously. Okay. Moving on to item number 37, find a violation, impose a fine of 500, fine and declare the committee terminated, case 2025R-172.
This is kind of another one from Cuyahoga where they've reached out, gave me some background information on this group that's, been outstanding for a while. They're looking for, I guess, a little relief from continuing some of these matters. And so my recommendation is find a violation, impose a $500 fine, and declare the committee terminated. I'll be glad to answer any of the questions the commission may have.
What does low of zero balance mean? Does that mean zero balance?
Low or zero is what it should be.
Oh, okay.
I'll move the recommendation of the executive director.
Okay. Any,
Seconded.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, passes unanimously. Moving on to page 3. Consolidate with case number 2024R-508, find a violation, impose a fine of 25 a day with reconsideration option item 38, case 2025R-173.
No report has been filed. There was prior matter which is outstanding. We got service on this group. And so my recommendation is to consolidate the matters, find a violation, impose a $25 a day fine, but give them the ability to have the matter reconsidered if they file the report.
Very good. Any motions?
So moved.
Second.
All right, very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, passes unanimously. Moving on to the 25 a day with reconsideration option with a payment of $250, category items 32 through 48, case number 2025R-167, -170, -178, and -183.
There's at least one prior involved in all these matters. The report has not been filed and for any of these groups, organizations. I got that confirmed from the Board of Elections. And so my recommendation is to find a violation and impose a fine of $25 a day, give them the opportunity to have the matter reconsidered with the payment of a $250 fine. I'll be glad to answer any other questions the commission may have.
Seeing none, is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Ooh, okay, very good. Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, passes unanimously. Moving on to 25 a day with reconsideration option with a payment of $700.
The difference between this and the other one is the prior matter immediate prior matter of 2022 R603. Commission found a violation, reconsidered a case, found a violation, imposed a $300 fine, but that fine has not been paid. Back again, the report has not been filed. And so the higher amount to get reconsideration is reflective of the amount outstanding for the fine. I'll be glad to answer the commission. Any other questions the commission may have?
Okay, very good. And that's for case number 2025R-145. Are there any questions of the executive director? Okay, seeing none. Oh, I
I
apologize.
move the recommendation of the executive director.
Thank you, Commissioner Tavares. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Okay, very good. We have a motion, a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Moving on to the 13,600 plus 100 a day with reconsideration option items 2447, 2025R-159 and 2025R-182 cases.
Yeah. No, 182 has been done.
I apologize.
That's right. We're just dealing with 2025 R159.
Thank you.
Multiple prior matters. The report's still not filed. And so that's my recommendation. I'll stand by it.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
to the executive director. Any correspondence? Has this respondent ever acknowledged the Ohio Elections Commission?
No.
No. Okay. So in being consistent with a decision that we made as a commission last meeting, we did move something very similar to this for refer it for prosecution.
Right.
I am in favor of doing that in this one as well.
Is that a motion, sir, or a
Yeah.
conversation?
Probably a conversation. I just want to make sure that the executive director has heard my question
Okay.
and is answering again in the affirmative that no correspondence has been, no communication, no anything from this respondent has been received by the commission.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
And I respect what you guys did the last meeting. I'm just kind of being consistent with what I've historically done. I'm not disrespecting, trying to disrespect what you guys have done at a prior meeting.
No disrespect of your previous recommendation, Mr. Richter. Madam Chair, I will,
One,
sorry, if you're ready.
I think Vice Chair Davis was trying to ask a question. She was welcoming your, when you said, I think she's trying to oblige. Go ahead.
Madam Chair, to the Executive Director, I just kind of want to put this on record because I did ask this question on record. Some of these individuals, obviously, from our counties, we know them, we've seen them, and we know that they're currently sitting in elected seats. And so when we talk about that, even though this isn't the case in this specific one, but there's no service, do we have the right or the authority to serve them at their respective elected addresses?
Well, we could always do that. It then becomes a matter of what they decide to do as it relates to either accepting it or dealing with it. There isn't anything that would prevent us from trying to do that.
I just wanted to ask that question on the record.
A follow-up to that really quickly before we proceed with the motion. So there has been zero service to this?
No.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
that's why I made a point.
Okay.
Right,
The
we
other
got,
ones was no service, but.
we got green card back that reflects, well, either a green card or when I went online, it reflected service of the mailing on May 3rd, 2025.
Does that require signature?
Well, I mean, normally, and you're right, we do get, it's not out of the ordinary for us to get green cards back that are unsigned. I try to ignore those.
What's close up?
But what I do is I go online and either,
Okay.
yeah, I went online and the USPS website. So, I mean, we haven't gotten a green card back yet. Presumably it's on its way to us. But the USPS website showed delivery on 5/3/2025.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very good.
And again, there are multiple priors.
Mhm. Okay. All right, very good. All right, any other questions? If not, I would say Commissioner Caraway, continue forward.
Sure. Madam Chair, I would make a motion to refer 2025 R-159 for prosecution.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it. I guess I would only say, are there any other issues we'd have to address in concert with that, Mr. Richter? There was a standalone motion sufficient.
Standalone motions.
All right, I'll second.
Madam Chair, I do have a question since we're sending it to prosecution.
Sure.
So I'm just looking at the ICW that I just want to make sure we're okay. So it says failure to file the 2024 annual report, 5/8/25 violation, $2,425 plus $25 a day with reconsideration. It says fine paid, and then it says notice not yet sent.
Well, that's on the last case that was just on May 8th meeting. There are other prior.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is we're sending it to the prosecutor, but it seems to me like we haven't done what we needed to do. If we haven't sent this notice, is that going to reflect on us, is my question.
Oh.
I would think we would need to send this before we would move it to prosecution would be my suggestion.
Having not done this before, I don't know that I can answer that question.
Fair
as to
enough.
What I'm considering it's a referral and considering the prosecutor would still have a choice of what to do. I don't believe that there would be an issue with that.
I just would like to
but-
have our ducks in order, I
Right.
guess is what I'm saying.
But I respect and understand what you're saying, but this is kind of new territory we're covering here.
You say that every time I ask a question. At least consistently for the last 2 years.
Your question, it's Mr.
No, this was my question.
Yeah, but it's not the question, it's Mr. Caraway's action that puts us into a different category.
But since my name has been invoked. So because I do not have the ICW, Madam Chair, printed out, normally I bring those. I did not this time. Maybe you had missed my first question, and I apologize if you misunderstood. I had asked, because there are other priors, I had asked if this respondent had ever acknowledged the Ohio Elections Commission, and then I hear Mr. Lyle suggest that they had in fact paid a previous violation.
No, they had not paid.
No, I said that it says under fine paid, it says notice not yet sent. That means we have not sent a notice for them to pay the fine for the 2024 annual report.
The immediate
That's what
prior,
I'm saying.
case number 2025 R-063, was decided on May 8th, 2025, and we have not yet sent out those notices. We'll be doing that shortly, but we haven't sent out those notices yet.
I think that probably, I don't know about Commissioner Kirschner.
No, I agree.
Probably.
Yeah, I would move to adopt the executive director's recommendation, and withdraw we don't have to, withdraw the prior.
Yeah.
That you have to withdraw.
Yeah, do I have to withdraw that or?
Please.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I will withdraw that motion with apologies to the commission only because I was unaware that the information, and thank you, Commissioner Lyle, for bringing it up. So,
Yeah.
Very good. I appreciate the discussion and the thoroughness of the actions. Thank you all. Okay, very good. I believe there was a
Yeah, to be clear, then I would
Motion.
move to adopt the executive director's recommendation.
Second.
very good with the motion, a second, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, it passes unanimously. Okay, we're going to move on to the
This thing is the reconsideration matter.
reconsideration category. Reconsider the matter, vacate the previous imposition of the per diem fine and instead impose a fine of 150 on item 83, case number 2023R-364.
Matter was decided in November of 23. No resolution was made with us. But in doing her research before referring matters for prosecution, Betty came across the information that the report had been filed. And so the committee is in compliance. We sent out notice, no response has still been received, but I thought it was a good idea to go ahead and reconsider the daily fine and put a $150 fine in place instead.
Okay, very good. Are there questions of the executive director? Seeing none, is there a motion?
so moved.
Okay, very good. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes unanimously. I believe there is one other order or comment that would be made by a commission member if desired.
Yes, Madam Chair, and commission members, I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor?
No.
We have to give a reason, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't we have to give a reason for the?
Talk about personnel issues going forward with the new discovery of what the Senate budget has decided or stated.
Okay.
Is that second still okay with the content that was just
Yeah.
prepared by?
Yeah, it needs to be with personnel. Sure.
Okay,
Correct.
very good. We have a motion and a second.
Ms. Tavares,
Yes.
Mr. Kirschner,
Yes.
Mr. Caraway,
Yes.
Mr. Knight,
Yep.
Mr. Lyle,
Yes.
Ms. Davis,
Yes.
Chair Hagan.
Yes.
That matter passes unanimously.
Okay, very
We are
good.
now in executive session. We might want to go into the little conference room over there.
Nobody's here.
Do you want to mute on the?
Yes.
That was not necessarily recorded, but, you know, we.
Well, she's got it
officially- we don't see each other, you know.
transcribed.
Came out of executive session and.
Absolutely, sounds
adjourned
great.
Meeting.
Shayla.
Done.
So it's.
Well, it's transcribed.
Yeah.
With all the wonderful pen.
And Sandy's.
Just in case.
Thank you for everything.
So-
Thanks a lot.
Hopefully it's not the last time.
Attention.
Wait, is the
Guys,
bar
another
gone?
one.
Is the bar gone?
Huh?
Well,
Yeah, we'll be in touch, but.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, should
Just
we,
in case.
should we
You will be
commit,
hearing more from me.
commit no matter what, maybe to do a lunch or something on the
we should.
24th, irregardless? Maybe we should do it
Okay.
whichever way, because of the
Yeah.
address that was.
We're done already.
I've got 5 minutes. I can run over because they're getting ready to close up shop over there. I go over, they're out of the food that I wanted and I come back and miss the end of the meeting.
Yep.
I've
got
the
the
24
24th,
Yeah, we all planned for it, so maybe we just.
This capacity.
Yeah, this capacity.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
There's still a lot of contact. There's still a lot of-
Okay.
All right, Chris, just in case.
Let me know. It's been a pleasure.
Well, we could also, we could send you like on the phone and you could like eat, you know, that kind of thing.
Because we don't know what's going to happen.
Audience swearing
We
in.
do know if the best case, we're here till the end of the year. So,
Ashland's like to have
you know, feel free to.
Yeah.
May not be for you, I don't know.
Yeah.